Hello friends, I am Bhuvan. I am here with a new topic, which is an interesting topic. This is called as irrigation. Okay, so irrigation is a topic which is very essential for farmers. Okay, so let us see what is irrigation. Okay, so before knowing irrigation, we have to know about agriculture. So what is agriculture? The way of growing plants in a row, in a group. Okay, which is for the food production is known as agriculture. Okay, see. So what is the production of agriculture? The plant need water to grow. Okay, so the main source of agriculture will be the rainfall. Okay, so in the 12 months of the year, there will be no rainfall. There will be no rainfall in all the months of the year. So in that case, there will be some no rainfall. In such cases, canals, rivers, wells, dams will be used as a source of agriculture. Okay, in there is a low or less of rainfall. Okay, so there will be a drought. Then the plants will not grow. If there is a more rainfall, then there will be flood. Then also the plants will be destroyed. So in such cases, we'll be using canals, rivers, wells, and dams to in order to aggregate the plants. Okay, so the next, what is irrigation? Irrigation is an artificial supply of water to the fields is known as irrigation. Okay, it is usually used to assist in growing crops in dry areas and during the periods of unadequate rainfall. Means if there is no rainfall in some places, such as in the desert areas, or in some areas there will be no rainfall properly in the months of rainy season also. In such places, irrigation will be a major source of the agriculture. Okay, it's an artificial supply of water to the soil. Okay, so this is the irrigation. This is means what means irrigation. So we have to know what is the history of irrigation. Okay, it is found in the Zana Valley of Peru. Archaeologists found the remains of the three irrigation canals. That is, there will be canals, and they had found that remains means now we have dinosaurs. It got extinct. Then also we are finding their bones. So they got found the remains of the irrigation of the canals in the 4th millennium BCE, the 3rd millennium BCE, and the 9th century CE. Okay, these canals were the earliest record of the irrigation in the New World. Okay, so this is the history of irrigation. So how the irrigation was developed in India means we know Indus Valley civilization. It is near Punjab. Okay, now it comes under Pakistan and the North India. Okay, the reservoirs of the Girnar were used as a source of irrigation, source of agriculture at that time in that place in 3000 BCE. An early canal irrigation system from circa 2600 BCE. Okay, this is the way how irrigation was developed in India. So this is the percentage of irrigation in the world. Okay, in the whole world, how much percentage of irrigation is used in each continent? Okay, see, now we have Asia. Asia is a very large continent. So irrigation is used 68% in Asia. America, it is 17 percentage, and Europe 9 percentage, Africa 5 percentage, and Oceania, that is Antarctica, 1 percentage. Okay, this is the percentage of irrigation used in the whole world. Okay, so next, what are the sources of irrigation? The sources of irrigation are wells, canals, river lift systems, tanks. So let us see the uses and what are these methods, what are these sources one by one. Okay, the first one is wells. So what are wells? We everybody know wells. Okay, there will be a bucket and we will be pushing into the ground and we will be drawing the water. Okay, so water wells. These are constructed where exploitable groundwater is available. Means there is more groundwater. So there will be no scarcity of water. So there are two types of wells, dug wells, tube wells. What are dug wells? We will be digging the wells near the groundwater. So we will be using a bucket and we'll be drawing the water. So what are tube wells? There will be a tube which is jointed to the groundwater, and it is pumped. The water will be coming out using a motor. Okay, nowadays we'll be using mostly the tube wells. Dug wells are very rare in this case. Okay, and the next we are going to see about canals. So what is a canal? A canal is an elaborate method and extensive irrigation system. It's a very big and it's a very large and it's most expensive also. Okay, the main canal will be divided. See, we have a river. Here there is a river, and this river is distributed into canals like here. Here also they will be distributed into the various canals, and this canal will be distributed into various branches, and these branches will be distributed into various distributaries, and they will be providing water to the plants. So now let us take this as a field. Now this is a canal. It is distributed into a branch here and to the other field in this way. Okay, so here it is divided into distributaries. Okay, so these provide water to the field. Okay, so what is canal? They receive water from more or one reservoir or river. Okay, this is the canal. So the next, river lift systems. What is river lift systems? See, in canal, we have to dig so many branches. Okay, if there is no water, if there is no flow of water, irregular flow, so then we can use river lift systems. That is, near to the river itself, we can arrange a branches, and these branches can be divided into distributaries directly close to the rivers. The field will be there. Okay, so this water will be directly pass through these branches, and this water will irrigate the field. Okay, so what is river lift systems? The areas where canal flow is insufficient or irregular due to advocate reservoir release. Okay, the river lift system is most rational. Water is directly drawn from the rivers for supplementing irrigation in areas close to rivers. If they are close to rivers, then we can use this river lift systems. Okay, so first, what is the main point? The riverless systems will be divided into various branches from the river directly, and these branches will be divided into distributaries directly, and it will be irrigating the field. Okay, the next, tanks. Okay, so what is a tank? Everybody we know is a tank. A tank is an artificial storage of water. Artificial storage of water. So if there is no current, so there will be no motor to generate electricity. So then we'll be using the water in the tanks. Okay, these are small storage reservoirs which can be used for a period of time. Only a period of time these are applicable. Okay, and the run of smaller catchment areas. In some areas only they will be using the tanks. In most of the areas, canals and river lift systems are used. And the next, methods of irrigation. So in the methods of irrigation, we are following irrigation from the ancient period. Okay, so we have two methods of irrigation, traditional and modern. So what is traditional irrigation? There are various types of traditional irrigation: moat or pulley system, chain pump system, Dekli system, Rahat system. And in the modern irrigation, sprinkler system and drip based system. Okay, so the next, moat or pulley system. So what is moat or pulley system? So in the picture, we can see that there's a pulley, and there is a cow, and there is a bucket. Okay, so now when the cow moves forward, this bucket will be taking the water and it will be pouring into the canal. See, we can see a canal here, and this canal will be directly, the water passes through the field. The water directly passes through the field. Okay, so now what will happen? This cow will be initially here. The cow will be initially front, and this person will be taking the water from the river or a canal or a reservoir and keep it like this. Then when the cow moves forward, this bucket moves up and it pours water into the canal. or branches, and from this branch it goes what the water goes directly to the fields and it is irrigated. Okay, and the water moves to the fields. So what is motor pulley system? It is a manual irrigation method. By this method, water is directly taken out of wells or canals or reservoirs with the help of a pulley, and it is used to irrigate fields. So this is motor or pulley system. And the next system is chain or pump system. Okay, so the chain or pump system, it is connected. These have two large wheels. Two large wheels. One is in the water and one is in the land. Okay, and it is connected by a chain of buckets. Connected by a chain of buckets. When the man moves this wheel in a round, okay, this bucket goes to the source of water and it takes water and it comes up, it comes up, and here there is a branch and the water will be poured into the branch and the water goes to the fields. Okay, see, the chain pump system consists of two large wheels connected by an endless chain. The bottom wheel is half immersed in the water source. As the wheel is turned, the connected buckets dip into the pool and pick up the water. The chain then lifts them up to the upper wheel where the water from the buckets is transferred to the pool. The chain then carries the empty buckets back to the refill and the process continues. This is what the chain or pump system means. And the next one, Dekli system. In the Dekli system, we will be having a stick in the fork, like a fork. Okay, and then a long stick is placed in the fork, and in the two sides, one side there will be a stone and one side there will be a bucket, and there will be a person required. See, when a person dips a water into the pond and collects water, and when he leaves, the stone falls down and the water get poured into the branch and the water moves to the field. This is the way how Dekli system works. So, Dekli system, it is a traditional system of irrigation which is mainly seen in rural areas, means the village areas. It is done through manually. The person had to take out water through a bucket and pour it into the field. This causes a lot of water wastage, and now for water scarcity, people don't use this method. Means there will be a lot of wastage of water. So nowadays, this method is not used by the people. Okay, in the last method, Rahat system. Okay, Rahat system. In the Rahat system, there will be no person required. Okay, and there will be a large wheel. The same case, the large wheel, and there will be connected to the chain of buckets, and there will be other wheel on the land which is horizontal, and it should be connected by a stick, and that is connected to a bull or ox or a cow. Okay, so then when the cow moves round the wheel, then the buckets go down into the source of water, collects water, and pour into the branch, and it moves to the field. Okay, so this is the way how Rahat system works. So how Rahat system works? This cow, this cow move round, and these buckets move downwards, collect water, come up and pour into the branch, and this branch the water directly passes through the field and irrigate the field. Okay, so what is Rahat system? Rahat system of irrigation requires a large well in which a wheel is used. The wheel is turned by oxen, buffalo or cows to get the water out of the well and then spread out over the crops. Okay, see. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of modern irrigation? Of traditional methods of irrigation, what are the advantages and disadvantages? The advantages of traditional methods of irrigation are they are of less cost and less labor. Okay, less cost and less labor. Okay, means they no need most of the pumps or motor. In order there will be no cost itself. Okay, and the less labor, only one or two persons are required. Okay, and then what are the disadvantages? Time consuming, it takes a lot of time. And loss of water, there will be a loss of water. We had seen the Dekli system. In that they said there will be a loss of water. So nowadays people are not using that. Okay, and the next we have modern methods. The first method in the modern methods is sprinkler system. So what is sprinkler system? There will be a tank. In that there will be water. It's connected to the motor, and the motor is connected to the pipes in various branches. Okay, the branches is connected by sprinklers, and it sprays water by rotating it. It sprays water. This is used where land is uneven and there is no more water and there is a scarcity of water. This method of irrigation is used. If there is a land of uneven water, the water moves like a slope, so that the traditional methods will not be applicable in such areas. So in such cases, sprinkler system will be a very useful method. Okay, so water sprinkler system, it is connected. We have a tank, and in that water is there. It is connected to the various pipe, and it is connected to the branches. Okay, and it is connected to the sprinklers. Okay, we can see in the picture there are sprinklers, and the sprinklers rotate and they irrigate the field. They irrigate the field. They spray the water. So this is used when there is an uneven land, and there is a less water. There is scarcity of water. And the next, we have drip system. The drip system. What is drip system? See, we have a motor, okay, and there is a reservoir or canal. The water moves through the pipes, and it is a drop by drop water is used to irrigate the plant. This irrigation, this type of irrigation, by allowing water to drip slowly the root of the plants, either from the above the soil or surface or buried below the soil. These pipes can be buried below the soil also. Okay, see, the water comes down drop by drop and irrigate the plant. Okay, and the plant gets water. This is the way how drip system is used. And next, what are the advantages and disadvantages of modern irrigation methods? The advantages of modern irrigation methods also, the first point, the less labor. No need labor. There are motors, pumps, etc. And less time also. Okay, the sprinkler system, we need a motor, and if you on the motor, the water passes and the water gets sprayed. That's it. And in the drip system, there will be a pipes and water gets down drop by drop. No need time. What are the disadvantages? More cost. The sprayers, there will be a more. Sprinklers, there will be more cost. And we have to provide motor, canal, dam or river. If there is no river, we have to dig a well. Okay. Otherwise, we have to use tube wells. Okay. So what are the advantages of irrigation? The advantages of irrigation. Increase of food production. Okay, if there is irrigation, we will get more food. Okay, as the population is increases, the irrigation methods also should increase. So there will be more food production. They modify soil or climate environment. Okay, if the soil is cool, the environment will be good. If there is more trees grown, there are more trees, then the pollution will be not more effective. Okay, lessen risk of catastrophic damage caused by the drought. If there is no irrigation, if there is no rainfall, then there will be a drought. So the plants will not grow in the land. Okay, if the plant should grow in that land, they will be taking a lot of time if the drought occurs. So there will be a lesson risk and increase income of nation. If there is more food production, there will be more sales. Then it will be more income. Okay, increase labor employment means more labor can be used. Okay, increase standard of living, increase value of land, domestic and industrial water supply, improve groundwater storage. Okay, so what are the disadvantages? There will be leakage of water from marshes and ponds. The marshes and ponds in course of time become the colonies of the mosquito, which give rise to the diseases like malaria, dengue. Okay, so we have a water and some water, what drop by drop, the water get drops. The water get leakage of water. It forms a small hole, and in that water gets stored. Okay, and they will be the places where the mosquito breeds, and they will be arising the diseases like malaria, dengue. Okay, and under irrigation canal system, valuable residential industrial land is lost. If there are some minerals in the land, due to the irrigation, they get below the land, they move down the land, so the industrial land is lost. Pollution of underground water. If the water which we are using is not neat, okay, there will be pollution. Means no water will be there in the ground. There will be loss of water. Water locking. The water will be locked. It will be formed. Okay. So these are the disadvantages and advantages of irrigation. Thank you. In this class, we had seen about what is irrigation. In this way, the irrigation is very essential for farming. Please like, share my channel.